For years, viewers, for years, it has worn secularism like a badge of moral superiority, accusing Prime Minister Modi of polarization, sectarianism, and majoritarian politics. But today, Prime Minister Modi has decided to call this out. And he took the Congress head-on a singular issue. In Kerala, he branded the Congress mindset as more communal than the Muslim League, accusing it of ideological opportunism dressed up as secular virtue, so to speak. The Prime Minister said, and I quote him, "The Congress party lacks a developmental agenda. Today it has adopted positions that are more communist than those of the Maoists and more communal than the Muslim League. As a result, the Congress is increasingly being referred to as the MMC, or the Muslim League Maoist Congress, across the country. It is so important to remain vigilant regarding Congress as they are using Kerala as a testing ground for their strategies. In Kerala, the Congress is actively promoting hardline elements," unquote. This is what the Prime Minister said, viewers. Truth be told, the Congress has walked into the ambush. In Kerala, the Congress has repeatedly leaned on sectarian crutches, seeking, accepting, and benefiting from support by outfits backed by the Jamaat-e-Islami, even as their leader openly glorifies the idea of an Islamic state. Yes, the Jamaat-e-Islami's leader, just a few days back, viewers, was holding forth on the virtues of an Islamic state, forgetting that he lives in a secular country where everyone is sworn to secularism. There is no outrage, no distancing by the Congress of this ally. Just studied silence, even when the provocation from the ally, from the Jamaat-e-Islami, raised serious constitutional questions. This is what this individual said. Jamaat-e-Islami leader Sheikh Muhammad Karakunnu. He said, "I humbly request those who criticize the Islamic Republic to make it a subject of study. No true believer who possesses even an iota of love for Prophet Muhammad can ever reject it." Jamaat-e-Islami leader Sheikh Muhammad Karakunnu. These are words glorifying something that the Constitution balks at, viewers. We have Islamic republics right across the border in Pakistan and Bangladesh, and you know how they have gone. The silence may even be a compulsion on behalf of the Congress, an electoral compulsion. Congress cries polarization but outsources its poll arithmetic to religious hardliners. Here are the hard facts, viewers. I always put the hard facts out. Sectarian crutch is what the Congress leans on. December 2020 local body elections, Welfare Party of India won 3 seats in Mukkam municipality. UDF-WPI alliance won 15 seats in Kodiyathur. Left-ruled Gram Panchayat rested by the UDF with the help of about 2 WPI seats. All these are sectarian parties. Mallapuram, 2 Gram Panchayats, Kutalinga D and Agadipuram rested by UDF and with WPI support. Then in April 2024, Lok Sabha polls, Kerala unit of Welfare Party of India, political outfit backed by Jamaat-e-Islami Hind, announced support for Congress-led UDF, public declaration of support by WPI, not a formal statewide electoral alliance or seat-sharing deal. Congress declined, however, SDPI's support for polls, but viewers, they welcomed it elsewhere. In June, in the Nilambur by polls, Jamaat-e-Islami extended support for Congress-led UDF, public declaration of support by WPI, not a formal statewide electoral alliance. But all of this, viewers, has been happening recurrent basis, again and again. And this is not just confined to Kerala, in Assam, in Bengal, in Karnataka, a party in Maharashtra, a party that lectures India on pluralism but looks away when allies cross red lines begs the question, is Congress secularism just a political prop, deployed when convenient and discarded when exposed? Let's open this up. Let me bring in Sebastian Paul. Umar Junaidi is also there with us. Dr. Ranganathan continues to be there with us. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of this complete silence on what this individual has said? Why is it such a big issue? Should we be worried when an ally of the Congress gets away by saying that we must all love the Islamic State, the concept of an Islamic Republic? Should we be worried?
No, I don't think we should be worried, because what he's saying is exactly the truth. He means it. And we would only be worried if we weren't, so ignorant about the reality. Two things out here. I'm surprised that the Congress is silent because now the stage has been reached where, while earlier the Congress deliberately stayed silent, thinking that, oh, nobody would notice our rampant appeasement towards the Muslims. Now it is brazen about it. You've seen the kind of statements that have been made by the Telangana Chief Minister. For Muslims, it is Congress. For Congress, it is Muslims. I mean, the kind of brazen, bigoted statements that is made, almost appropriating millions of voters who it sees as a vote bank and nothing more, nothing less. There is a reason why, Owaisi is gaining ground. It is because Muslims themselves have realized that while Congress promises us things, it doesn't deliver. But point number two, what is it that I ask that the the fundamentalist, you can call him, has said that is wrong? Now, I don't want to quote the Islamic scriptures, Darul Harb, Darul Islam. I don't want to quote even Dr. Ambedkar, who actually predicted that this would happen. The fact of the matter is, if this has been dictated, ordered, and ordained, there is nothing out of the ordinary that he's saying. He means it. Now, the question is, he would want that to be the case. Do we want that to be the case? And if you say that we are at variance, let me remind you of the so-called progressive, moderate Muslims, the kind of statements they made, including Farooq Abdullah, when 370 was abrogated. On the eve, do you remember what he said?
Yeah.
Allah hi chahega ki hum alag ho jaye. Do you remember the kind of statements that moderates like Mehbooba Mufti made? Rivers of blood will flow. So this is not something that we should be surprised by. What I'm surprised is that the Congress is silent. It should be brazen and say, yes, he said the right thing. We support it.
Well, I mean, if you really look at their silent messaging, I think they pretty much do slap the back of some of these parties. In fact, in certain states, they even tied up with them. So, Sebastian Paul, let me bring you in, because the left may even concur with what the Prime Minister is saying, that the Congress is more communal than the Jinnah League.
Yes, Congress was a secular party despite all the deficiencies pointed out by other parties. But nowadays they are easily going away from that path. They're embracing the communal forces publicly and trying to justify those alliances just for the
Can I
cost
ask
of
you a question, sir? Since you are so concerned about this Congress drift from what you say is the secular path, why is it that nationally you stand with the Congress? Why don't you exit the India alliance? Because I find this very hypocritical. In Kerala, you're up against the Congress, so the Congress becomes this villain, evil force, undermining constitutionalism, secularism in this country. But at the center, you want to collaborate with it. I don't understand this. It's such a fundamental discord between the two of you. How can you compromise on such a fundamental, basic difference?
Yes, sir. It is a paradox. It may seem to be a paradox.
Seem.
That is why the left parties are taking away from the Congress line in the all India level. And in Kerala, we are.
Show me one example where at the central level the left parties have criticized the Congress. I'll give you some 3 minutes. Do Google and come back to me. I'm putting you on the spot. Show me one statement made by the left leadership at the central level that criticizes the Congress for a central position that it has taken at the national level. So I'll give you 3 minutes. I want to bring in Umair Junaidi. Please come back to me on that, because otherwise people will say that there's something quite wrong, that you have cut a Faustian bargain with the devil. That's what they will say about you, and this is not going to go down well with your voters in Kerala. Mr. Junaidi, Mr. Umar Junaidi, let me ask you this, sir. The Congress is the real black sheep, the real communal outfit. If you take the help of sectarian parties, then you can't stand in judgment of anyone else. You drop your standards, you drop liberal standards across the board.
Good evening, Rahul. The very point of the Congress is to keep this country a democratic country and a secular country.
Right.
Now, in that mission if somebody wants to join. And
Can I ask you a question?
That would,
No, I understand this. It's a very good point that you're making. I'm not doubting the fact that you believe that the Congress is on this great civilizing mission. But I want to ask you a question, sir. Do you believe the Bajrang Dal is a communal force, or the VHP? Let's say the VHP. Is the VHP a communal sectarian organization, yes or no? Let's start with a yes or no question.
you have asked me a question. Before I answer that, you again asked me a question. So let me come to a point first. The point is, if you say Jamaat-e-Islami is being tied up with Congress, Congress is communal, and on that context, you ask me Bajrang Dal or VHP is communal or not. Bajrang Dal and VHP and Jamaat-e-Islami are one and the same. The comparison itself is not okay. Because Jamaat-e-Islami, I haven't seen any issues wherein the people of Jamaat-e-Islami going in front of a masjid and having a sloganeering. But I have seen the Bajrang Dal people throwing stones on the masjids.
My God.
So the comparison itself is different.
So, Mr. Sebastian Paul, you have worn such thick blinkers that you cannot see beyond your nose. Maybe your blinkers have also, in a manner, covered your ears. So you can't even hear anymore the truth. Maybe also, sir, I don't know. Maybe they're beginning to impede, yes, your eyes and your mind. Anyhow, I mean, I don't know what to say, viewers. If you believe that the Jamaat-e-Islami, the MIM and all these parties are great secular parties that carry people along, then Dr. Ranganathan, what do you say to Mr. Junaidi?
But to give benefit of the doubt to my good friend from the left, Mr. Paul, whom I've had the pleasure of interacting on your show 3 years ago, as to who was communal and who is secular, if you remember, Rahul.
Yeah.
But the fact is, recently it is the Kerala Chief Minister who's criticized the Karnataka Congress government of being communal.
Yeah.
Bulldozer Raj, if you remember. So, the chickens have come home to roost, and it's a question of they are both vying for the same quote-unquote vote bank. And that is where the problem is going to be exacerbated. This is the start of the issue. It's not the end.
Yeah, well, Mr. Paul is still feeling around, hoping that he can catch one example of the left criticizing the Congress at the central level. Mr. Junaidi has talked himself out of this program. And I would urge Dr. Ranganathan to share the benefits with me and the doubts with Mr. Junaidi. I want to move on, viewers. I want to move on because this is an important issue. This concerns our neighbor.